Oh my gosh, it's Saturday. Do not check your calendar. It is Saturday. It is 2 o'clock on the East Coast, and we're doing a special Facebook Live on a weekend. How cool is that? Yeah. So, how is everybody? I know things look a little bit different. I have gone back to the old way of doing things because you know what they say, if it's not broke, don't fix it. So I'm not. Hi. I want to see if I can get, whoa, hold on. Okay. Hi. I'm trying to see if I can get the comments to come up here. It's, you know, it's always something. There's Susie. Hi, Susie. Everything works. Hooray. All right. So now we can progress. Hey, Rachel. I hope everybody is having a really wonderful weekend. We are super pumped up about this Pantone launch for the fall and winter, and we just wanted to share another project with you guys using the Pantone because it's beautiful. I mean, why not, right? And so we were given the Saturday a whirl and seeing what's happening and see how everybody is out there. Hi, Patty. Oh my goodness. So I'm going to make Fast and Furious earrings. So I'm going to use one of the Inspiration bead mixes. I am using, what is the name of this one? Hold on, give me just a second. I always get them mixed up. This is Peach Pink, and for some reason I want to say Peachy Pink, and that's not it. This is just Peach Pink. This is the Inspiration bead mix. You can grab this over on jessiejames.com or, well, not or, of course, and is what I meant to say, not or. You can get this individually, just like this, or you can get a bundle. The bundles are super, super popular. Hi, Wanda. And, excuse me, you can buy it all together. That's what I was getting at. Sorry, brain just whoop for just a second. So you can buy it individually, like I said, or you can get it as a bundle, which is super, super cool, and you don't have to separate them. You know what I mean? Like, you don't have to separate them from their family. That's what I mean. Yeah, so what we're going to do today is we're going to do super quick, easy, simple earrings. Now, if you're looking for a brain stretcher, a hard project, this is not that. This is going to be simple, quick, easy, 5 pairs of earrings from one mix, just as quick as we can whip them up, because I want you guys to see just what's available. Like, we're going to make 5 pairs of earrings with this mix, but there are beads that are left over. Like, you can make even more. I want to show you guys just how cool it is that things come in pairs so that you absolutely can do earrings. You can do a lot of earrings, as a matter of fact, but we're just going to do 5 because it is Saturday and you guys want to get on with the rest of your weekend. I am glad that you have joined me today now, though. That's really cool. Wasn't sure how Saturday was going to go. I'm always happy to see everybody. So let's get you guys flipped around. Like I said, it's not broken, so we're not going to fix it. We're just going to keep going like we've been going without the program that I was using because it was giving me trouble. So I'm going to flip you around. Just hold on to your seat and don't get seasick. And let's look at this. All right? All righty. So I do need to adjust the light just a little bit because everything in here has been moved around quite a bit. All right. There we go. Not too bad, not too bad. Kathleen says, yes, they need to stay with their family. Adopt them all together. Yes, adopt them all together. They need to stay together as a little family. And there's so many of them. You guys, if you haven't had a chance to go check out, sorry, I'm just adjusting everything just a tiny bit here. I don't want my lamp to fall off the table. If you haven't had a chance to go and check out all of the different Pantone mixes that there are, you need to go do yourself a favor. It's Saturday. Go check it out. What better way to spend your Saturday than shopping? Hello, love that. So definitely go check them out. This was one of my favorites. And honestly, it's really kind of hard to choose. I was really in love with the blues and the greens, but the whole like pink, kind of, I don't want to say mauve, but like creamy color scheme that's there in the Pantone mix is just stunning. So this is one that I picked out for today. So I'm going to dump this out. Like I said, this is Peach Pink, and this is the Inspiration bead mix, not to be confused with the strand or the the smaller mix, the little design elements mix, that's the 3-tiered thing. All right, so check out all of the beads. First and foremost, I noticed that there are a ton. And I don't know if you've never bought an inspiration mix before, I don't think you really realize. Like the little package, look how little this guy is. Like he's nice and petite, but he's absolutely stuffed full. Like that's a lot. That is a lot of beads. All right, so a lot of these are in pairs. Let's separate them out and then let's get to making some earrings. So of course, the first thing that I notice are these beautiful beads with the little pearl chips that are all over them. These are absolutely stunning. Love those. Gonna sit those up here. Okay, we're just gonna separate everything out. Let's pretend like we're Meredith Roddy for a second. Everything has to be, everything's gotta be separated. So there are these guys. These are really, really pretty. This is kind of different than the disco ball beads. This is, I don't know, it just has a different look to it, but still just really pretty. I don't know, it kind of reminds me of a berry. I don't know. I don't know how y'all feel about it, but I think it's gorgeous. And there's 2 of those, of course. All right, then there are 2 of these guys. I love these. These are super cute. These are really fun. I didn't include these in the project today, but I did want to point these out because there are so many different things that you can do with this. So clearly you can attach jump rings to the top or your ear wires to the top if you were going to make earrings with these, or necklaces or whatever. But you can attach to every single loop here. You could attach dangles to every single one of the loops and just really fill this up with sparkle. Or you could use this like this sideways and do a multi-strand design. Just a really, really cool addition to this mix that I think is really super awesome. So definitely think outside the box when you get these guys. I wanted to use them, but I thought, you know, they kind of deserve their own little project. So I didn't include them in the fast earrings, but there they are. And there's 2 of them. So you can definitely make a pair of earrings. These are some of my favorites, the Galaxy beads. I love sparkle, and the Galaxy beads are the best. I always feel like they look like gumdrops. They're just beautiful. 2 of those. 2 of these guys that have this really interesting facet on them. Really kind of different shape. I really, really like these. We are definitely using these. There's 1 of these guys. So there's not 2 of these in this mix. This guy is really made for a necklace or a charm on a bracelet, you know, just like the main focal of something. But in the design elements mix, there are 2 small ones of these as well. So that's just another incentive to pick up the whole bundle if you want them all. Because, I mean, that's beautiful, really. Stunning. All right. So these guys, these are super, super pretty as well. Love those. We're going to use those. Here are some smaller ones, just a little bit different shape. They have the facet, but they're flat on each end. Just kind of a different shaped rondelle. Really like those. We're going to use those. There's 2 of those. All right, so then there are metal beads, which I also love. So there's 2 metal beads, and these 2, which are really pretty. And these 2, which are also really awesome. And these guys, look at these guys. These are like a floral kind of bead cap, but they have the those beads inside them. Just really, really pretty. I think these are cool. I made a pair of earrings with these. That's what we're gonna do, obviously, but I couldn't not include these just because they're so different. You can turn them either direction and really make a different look with them depending on which way you've got them on your piece. There's 2 of those. Oh, the little baubles. These are always a favorite. These are full of just beautiful, glittery, shimmery little stones. Little glass beads in there. Love those. Super cute. And these guys are, this is probably, this bead set and the next bead set are the ones that really drew me into this mix. This is a beautiful kind of muted pearl, glass pearl. The color on this is not coming across nearly as beautiful as it is, but it's so, so pretty in person. This is just really elegant to me. I don't know, it really just spoke to me. And then so did these. I adore these. This is probably my favorite bead in the entire mix, and I could not wait to get these out. Now, the light glare that's on these is not really showing the real true color of these. They're coming across very, very pink. They are pink, but they do have like a rose kind of coppery, almost on the brown side undertone to them that is just amazing. So we're actually going to use gold wire with these because they are just stunning. I wish you guys could. I think in the teaser picture you really get to see what color these are because they're just not coming across. This light is really strange. And then last but not least, we have an extra bead here that is a solo that, I don't know, I kind of, when I opened this up, this was how I imagined this to go. And you can come up with whatever kind of combination you want to, but I just thought that that was just kind of meant to be. I don't know. I really love the shape of this bead. It's a good, big, substantial focal, and you can, you know, add the rose to it. I just loved it. So these are the only two that don't have a mate, and that is up to your own creativity to decide what you want to do. But the rest of these, look at all the earrings that are available. We can make a ton of earrings. So we're going to make 5 pairs. And like I said, these are going to be easy. So this is not hard stuff. This is not, you know, not anything super hard. We want to do fast and quick. So individually, you could make just individual pairs out of all these. So you would have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 14 pairs of earrings if you didn't mix and match your beads. That's a ton of earrings. So it's not too early to start thinking about things like Christmas, holidays, gift giving. There's, you know, I don't know, starting in October all the way up until February, there are, at least in my family, there are a ton of opportunities to get together and give gifts and meet with friends. Lots of opportunities to give gifts. So definitely keep that in mind. 14 pairs of earrings, if you don't add beads to these, that's like crazy, crazy. All right, so let's start with something easy. They're all easy, but let's start with the easiest. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use these guys and these and the pearls that I absolutely love. Now I'm gonna move all of this out of the way. We're gonna come back to all of this soon. All right, so we're only going to make 1 of these earrings. So I am going to set 3. The other half of that, I'm going to set that to the side because this is all that we're going to need for this first earring, okay? So we're going to do what we always do. Oops, I forgot to grab my tools. Here they are. All right, we're going to do our own little head pin because that's, you know, that's a good one. Why not, right? Now, you can use just a regular head pin if you want to, which makes this project even faster. Or you can, Jane says, sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt my thought there. Jane says, are those long teardrops miracle beads? I do not know what a miracle bead is, but maybe? I'm not sure. Good question. Good question. What was I saying? Okay, yeah, so we're going to make our own head pin because this is just kind of fast and quick for me. But if you don't want to make your own, then definitely just use your own head pin from like your head pins and your eye pins in your own stash, okay? So I've cut a piece of 22 gauge wire. We're going to come in with our round nose pliers, grab that wire right at the tip, okay? And we're going to wrap that around the tip of our pliers twice. I know you guys have seen me do this one a bunch. It's my favorite. Clearly, or I wouldn't keep doing it. I really, really love making my own head pins. All right, so we've wrapped around twice. We don't want to go any further than that. You want to stop where you see the end of your wire, okay? Then we're going to take that wire and just bend it out here this direction. All right, so now I'm going to take the end of this wire and I'm going to thread it through the 2 loops that we made on the end of our round nose pliers, okay? And I'm going to come in with my nylon jaw pliers. Super important if you're making your own head pins and using this technique. And now I'm going to grab the tail end of that wire and pull that through. Now, one thing to notice is I have a really long piece of wire here. You totally don't need this much wire. You guys know the drill. I always have more than I need. All right, so we've got our little head pin. It's ready to go. We've got that cute little rosette shape. And now all we're going to do is we're just going to stack the beads. I'm going to start with the biggest one. I'm going to thread on this beautiful pearl that I absolutely love. So rich in color. It's like this beautiful mauve color. Okay, and then we're going to thread on one of these really fun crystal, it's a bead cap, but it's not a bead cap. It's all on its own. It's just this really fun, I don't even know what you would call it, but I really like it. So that's going to sit just right on top of that beautiful pearl. Okay, and then we're going to thread on this little sparkly rondelle. All right, so there, that's basically the earring. All we're going to do is make a wrapped loop and add an ear wire, and we're going to call that done. So I'm going to grab that wire right above the bead where it's coming out. I'm going to bend that wire 90 degrees, coming in with my round nose pliers to go up and over, adjusting the grip, move the wire on around, switching hands, and I'm just going to wrap around 3 times. Okay, straighten all that up a little bit, take it off, trim this off, and I'm just going to add my own ear wire here. You can add whatever kind of ear wire you want to add. I'm using the lever back just because that's what I have on hand. Close that back and voila, we have an earring. How quick was that? Okay, so I was explaining it as I went, so it took me a little bit longer, but if you're going without the explaining, I could probably do that in about 2 minutes. So I could have 2 beautiful, elegant pairs of earrings to wear or to share. Super, super easy, really, really beautiful. Don't forget, you guys, I know I've said it 100 times and I will say it 100 more. Beautiful things do not have to be complicated. And not only that, but it is in no way, shape, or form a testament to your skill level. So please remember that. You don't have to make it hard. Just make it beautiful. And those really are beautiful. All right, so 1 down. Let's move on to the next. So the next, let's use one of these and one of these. Okay. All right, same thing. What are we going to do? What are we going to do? So this guy doesn't need anything because it has the loop on the top already ready to go. We don't need to use a jump ring or anything else. So this guy is ready. All we need to do is just thread him on to something else. So let me grab another piece of wire and we're going to create a wrapped loop on both ends with the bead in the middle. Easy, easy, easy. Okay, bending that wire, giving myself about 1.5 inches here, and grabbing with my round nose pliers. I'm going to go up and over. Okay. Yes, if you added, I know, I noticed that too. Hold on just a second. All right, let's stop right here for just a second because we're going to attach this. So Gia says, if you add a rhinestone rondelle to the top, it would be an angel. Yes, I saw that. When I was putting these together, they do look like little angels. Just in case you were looking for an angel design, this is definitely a cute one. All right, so, all right. So we've made our loop here on the end of our wire, but I haven't started the wire wrapping yet. That's because I'm going to take the tail end of this wire and I'm going to thread it through the loop on our little bauble bead and just pop that into place. Okay. And I'm going to grab that with my pliers just to hold that loop closed. Okay. Very carefully switch hands here. And then we're just going to wire wrap. I'm going to go around 3 times. All right. Got a teeny beeny little tail left over. I'm going to come in and trim that off. Okay. And now we're ready to go. Okay, we're ready. That's already connected. We didn't use a jump ring or anything. Super, super simple. Thread our bead on. Got a great little connection there. We're going to create a wraps loop at the top, but I want that wraps loop to go in a different direction than the wraps loop on the bottom, okay? Because I need my ear wire to hang a certain way. And I want the loop on the bauble bead to face forward, okay? So I'm going to come in with my chain nose pliers, grab that wire right where I want it, okay? Bend the wire 90 degrees, round nose pliers back in, up and over, adjusting my grip, switching hands, and now I'm just going to wire wrap around about 3 times. I actually have room for 4, so let's go one more. Okay, I'm going to take that off and trim the tail. All right, so you can see the wraps loops are going in 2 different directions. That's super important. Okay, coming in with an ear wire. Boom, second pair of earrings done. Again, if I wasn't explaining as I went, I could work this up in about 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes. Super quick and easy. Guys, this light is driving me crazy there. It's a little better for me, at least. It was blinding me. It's kind of hard to see what you guys can see. All right, so we've got 2 pairs. All you got to do is make their mates. They're ready to go. Super easy, quick, beautiful, might I add. All right, pair number 3. Let's see. Let's use these because I love them so much. I really, really do. All right, so these guys, we're going to let them kind of stand alone, but because of the shape, we're going to wire wrap some, just kind of a wrap all the way around the bead, okay? So I'm going to sit this guy down. I'm going to bring in a piece of 22 gauge wire. This time I'm using gold color to go with the beautiful mauve that's in that bead. And I do have a really long piece. This is, I don't really have an exact measurement on this. Just know that this is, I don't know, it's probably about 8 inches. Mine's definitely more than 8 inches. You don't need a lot, but you do need a little bit more than your regular head pin because we are going to wrap around the bead a little bit. So you do need a little extra length, okay? So I've gone around the very tip of my pliers 2 times, just like so. I'm going to bend out this direction, okay? Take that off, take the tail end of the wire, going through the 2 loops, okay? Pull that down just a bit before I bring in my nylon jaw pliers because that's a lot of wire, okay? And, whoa, nylon jaw pliers in place. Grab a hold of that wire and give it a good pull. All right. So now I'm going to straighten that wire out. We've got our cute little rosette knot. We're ready to add our bead. Okay, so to get this started, what we're going to do is we're just going to treat this just like we would if we weren't going to do any extra wire wrapping for this. We are going to grab the wire right at the top of the bead, bend 90 degrees. We're going to do just a wrapped loop with about 3 wraps, okay? Going up and over, on around. I know I'm going fast, you guys. That's kind of the name of the game today. We're going quick. Whoa, so quick I can't even hold on to what I'm doing. All right, so I'm holding on to that. I'm gonna wrap around. We got 3 times. Okay, now I'm gonna slow down just a little bit here at this point, okay? Because now we're gonna guide this wire, okay? And you can do this however you want to. I'm gonna take that wire. I haven't taken it off the pliers yet. I'm going to in just a second. But you can see that angle going across the surface of the bead. That's what I want. Coming around to the back. There's a second wrap. Okay, now I'm gonna hold everything with my fingers, take it off the pliers. Okay, now I'm going to use my fingers on my left hand to just kind of hold those 2 wraps in place while I wrap around a couple more times. Just a few. I don't want to get crazy, but you could, if you wanted to, you could make these wraps nice and tight. You could get really crazy different with these. Hi, Emily. And you could even add beads to these, like seed beads if you wanted to. All right, so now I've come down here to the bottom. Okay, our little rosette here on the bottom. I'm just going to take the tail end of that wire and just wrap it around that about 1.5 times. Okay, trim that off. Done. How easy was that? And we took just a beautiful bead and turned it into something extra. Just super, super quick. All right, so we're going to add the ear wire to this, and we've already got 3 earrings down, done, ready to go. Add the ear wire. Boom, done. Stunning. So simple, I would give this as a gift, right? Like that was super quick, but I would give that as a gift and be very proud to give that away. Any of these. Simple, but really beautiful. It's all about the beads, you guys. It really, really, really is all about the beads. All right, we've got 3 down. We've got 2 more to go. All right, so the next one's going to involve some chain, because why not, right? So just to save a little bit of time, I have cut 5 sections of really tiny chain. There is tons of bitty chain over on the JessieJamesBeads.com website. Pick out any kind of chain you want to work with your earrings. I have cut sections that are a little over 1 inch long each, just 5 of them. And then I thread them all onto a 4mm jump ring, okay? Easy peasy. There is nothing hard about that at all. You just open the jump ring, thread it all on, and you've got the beginnings of a wire or a chain tassel, okay? And at the bottom, if you want to get a little crazy, you can stagger the way that they're cut. I cut all of mine the same length, but you could cut some of them long and some of them short. You could even add some dangles to the bottoms of your chain pieces if you wanted to, but we're keeping it simple. So here's one of our little chain sections. It's ready to go. We're going to use one of these beautifully faceted beads that has that matte kind of frosted look on some of the facets. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I really love that. I think that's super cute. So what we're going to do is super easy peasy. We're going to come in with another piece of our wire. We're going to do wrapped loops on either end. And then all we're going to do is just open up that jump ring. Quick and easy, but very trendy and stylish. Okay, coming in with my round nose pliers. Up and over. Spin those pliers around in my hands. Switch hands. Okay. Gonna wire wrap that about 3 times. Okay, straighten that wire out, trim that tail. All right, now we're gonna come in, thread on our bead. Okay. Now, same thing, because our jump ring is going this direction, this wrap on the bottom is going to have to go that direction, okay? It's going to have to face the opposite way. So the wrapped loop on the top needs to go in the opposite direction as the wrapped loop on the bottom. And if you, for some reason, forget, which I tend to forget, I remember when I'm here because it's part of explaining, but if you forget, you can always just very gently at the end bend them around with your with your pliers so that they're going in the right direction. Okay, wrapped loop here. And gonna wrap around. Okay, you can see both loops going in opposite directions. Gonna trim off my tail. Okay, so now we have to attach our jump ring to the bottom with our chain pieces on it. I've got to find the opening of that jump ring. There it is. Okay, I'm going to use 2 pairs of pliers. I'm going to open this jump ring laterally, never pulling apart, just open just like so. Thread on the bottom loop. Close that up. Seriously, we're done. Quick and easy, just really, really simple. The chain adds some movement and some additional sparkle to this, and you've got a super cute, trendy pair of earrings that you can dress these up or dress these down. That's why I love chain. Chain is one of those things that it can really go kind of, punk rock with it, or you can go elegant with it, or you can go very casual with it. Chain is always a welcome addition. So definitely don't forget about the chain. Don't forget about the chain. All right. So 4 earrings down. Last but not least, we are going to use one of these beautiful galaxy beads that I absolutely love, and we are going to mix that with one of these large hole spacers with the rhinestones on it. into our earring as well. Now, this time we're going to change it up just a little bit. We're not going to use German style wire or artistic wire. We're actually going to use bead stringing wire because I don't do that a whole lot, but we're going to do it today. So I've got a section of just silver colored bead stringing wire. This is 49 strand. You can use whatever you want to use, but we are going to visibly see the bead stringing wire. So you definitely want to pick one that's pretty. I mean, you know, that bright color that's just kind of like a gray color. I like it, but I really wanted this to stand out and sparkle, so I picked the silver color. The bright works really well with grays and hematites and things like that. So I'm going with the silver color. And I've got a crimp bead here. I'm using a number 2 because we're going to go through this crimp bead more than once. All right, so I'm taking my bead stringing wire. I'm going to thread on my galaxy bead, and I just want to pull that down to the middle. Okay, that's going to be the bottom of our earring. And now I'm going to add the rhinestone spacer. I'm going to take one end of the bead stringing wire and go one direction and one going the other direction. Okay, whoops. I can keep my bead on the wire, that'd be good. All right, now I'm just going to pull that down. Okay, I just crisscross those wires inside the bead stringing wire. Okay, and now I'm just going to add my crimp bead. Now, you do want to kind of figure out how much dangle you want here. You can adjust this so that this bottom bead hangs really low if you wanted to, or you could adjust it so that they're sitting right on top of each other. It's really kind of up to you. Go ahead and make that decision before you add your crimp bead and crimp this, because once you crimp, there's no going back, okay? So that's my decision on that. You can adjust it just a little bit as you bring your crimp bead in, but definitely not after you crimp. So I'm going to thread my crimp bead on, and I don't really even remember what I did here. Wow, I got in one of those quick, I'm going to do this quick and easy, and I've forgotten what I've done. Okay, so I'm going to thread both ends. That's what I did. Sorry, just took me a second to remember. I've slept since I made these earrings yesterday. All right, so I'm going to thread that on to both ends of my bead stringing wire. All right, now bring it down where you want it to go. Okay, and again, make your adjustments because you definitely have some length adjustment here at the top as well. Okay, so I want mine to be pretty much like that. I don't want it to be, I don't want there to be too much more space. Okay, so now I've got my two ends of my wire are coming out the top end of my crimp bead. I'm going to take I'm going to take one of those ends and I'm going to go back down through that crimp bead. Okay, you can see the tail of that coming through. And then I'm just going to pull that down to create a loop. Okay. I'm going to adjust by just kind of pulling on the ends of the bead stringing wire to decide how big I want this loop to be, how big I want this loop, and how far away I want this bead on the bottom to be, making all of my adjustments. Looks pretty good to me. Now I'm going to come in with my crimping tool, and I'm using that back notch on the crimping tool. I'm going to go ahead and crimp. Okay, and now I'm going to turn it to the side and put it in that front notch and give it a crimp. All right, so now the only thing that's left to do is just to trim off our tail. We want to trim off as close to the crimp bead as possible, so really want to get down in there with my cutter tool, just super close, trim that off and trim off the other end. You've got a beautiful, really lightweight earring. I love bead stringing wire, and I always forget to use it with other things. There's so many fun things you can do with bead stringing wire, and earrings is one of them. It creates a really beautiful, lightweight earring. If you are into lightweight earrings, you don't want weight. This takes the weight away from the extra wires, the artistic wires and the German style wires. They're not super heavy, but really, if you're looking for something really lightweight, or if you're giving a gift and you are giving to somebody who you know complains about the weight of earrings, bead stringing wire is the way to go. And it comes in so many different colors and metal choices, you know, you can't go wrong. You can mix and match. So there's that. Ta-da! Check it out. All right, there's one, There's 2. Whoops. 3, 4, and 5. All they need is their mates, and they are ready to go. We've got 5 really beautiful, quick, simple, but really lovely pairs of earrings that you can wear, you can share, you can give them as a gift, or you know what, you can just keep them and look at them because they're gorgeous, which a lot of times is what I end up doing. I end up with more earrings than I can ever wear in a lifetime, but you know what, they're just so dang pretty. So yeah. All right, I'm gonna flip you guys around. Oops. All right, so adjusting the light here. Oh my gosh, let's just turn it off. Turn it off. Oh, thank you guys. Thank you so much for joining me. If I'm looking at you, that'd probably be more helpful, right? So you're like, where's she looking? Looking at you. Thank you guys for joining me this Saturday. It was really awesome to get to see everybody on the weekend. Little side note, I kind of try to stay away from social media on the weekends. I just kind of turn everything off, but because I was doing Facebook Live today, I turned everything on, and I was scrolling through looking at everybody's posts, and you know what? You guys have the best lives. I forget, like on the weekends, everybody's doing and sharing what they're doing. So probably going to come back more often on Saturdays and take a look at what you guys are doing, because you're sharing pieces of your lives, and I really love that. I love to see what you guys are up to on the weekends, and I love that you took time out of your busy day to come and hang out with me and make some fun earrings. You guys go over, check out the Pantone. If you've got some free time this afternoon, go do that. If you can't do it today, do it tomorrow. Look at all the beautiful colors that are available. They are so yummy. I mean, I just can't think of another word to describe it. They're yummy. Yeah, so that's it for me, you guys. I will see you guys again next week. You never know when I'm going to pop in with a project for you guys, but I will definitely see you at some point next week. You guys have a wonderful rest of the weekend. Bye.